Hey there guys, what's going on? Sir Sound here, welcome back to another video. Today we're playing a game called StillWater. Sounds spooky. I found this game on itch.io, so it's kind of like a visual novel type thing, I'm not entirely sure. Link, if you want to know anything about it, link is in the description below. And yeah, let's have a go. This is a work of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. This game contains depiction of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. So that goes to everybody out there. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, let's get into it. Caretaker, I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. I feel like I'm going crazy. Nina, calm down. If we could just talk it out. Caretaker, so many strange things keep happening after another. Every day there's this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I check every faucet, every ceiling, every pipeline, and still hear it everywhere, constantly echoing in my ears. Ugh. But the water. I find random pools of water just appear out of nowhere, just like the dripping. But it's at night. It's at night when it comes. I don't know if it's my paranoia, but I swear I could hear footsteps walking along the hallways. Walking on pools of water. They walk. They walk and they walk. Upstairs, then downstairs. Upstairs and downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. And it goes on and on and on and on like that. But somehow, it does come to an end. And it ends. All in front of your grandfather's room. I know that there's a lot. That this is a lot. But you have to believe me, no matter how many times I clean, it just won't end. I can't stay here any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. It's okay. I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather. Nina, please listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but the woman on the phone cautiously looks around before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking through this house. I don't know what it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. I can't just leave. That's my home. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. I don't know what you saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Spooky. It's my home. It's my home. Dinner, 7 a.m. Oh, we're in a diner. Amid a foggy morning, there sits a man by the corner of the booth. Drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. And today, there's just black coffee. Ugh. I swear I've seen that amount of paper. I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. Freaking mountain worth of it. You're a valuable member of the team, Hugo. My foot. Starting to believe that I was bamboozled into joining their agency. Hugo Laurent, age 30, takes a good look at his cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There was something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything and nothing. Even as it disappears, it always leaves behind traces, proof of it remaining. Even in a quaint town like this, I can't even run from my fate, I guess. Hugo finally stares at his compiled newspaper clippings he puts together. Some of them from recent events, but mainly all past headlines of missing persons cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's still just as hard to look at. Fixating case after case, he can't help but remind himself that there's a reason for all this. An all too personal reason. Seeing strange things come with a price. In the end, I'm the one doing this to myself. Sounds rough. Mind if I join? An annoyingly familiar voice interrupts his train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the unresponsible, although reluctantly. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves them back into the binder. Meanwhile, the tall man takes this as initiative and sits down on the opposite end of the booth. He greets the waitress passing by and orders himself a hefty body breakfast special with extra plate. Sorry. Can't read today. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes back to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and now jumbled newspaper clippings, all while Hugo is trying to ignore him. I need to slow down when I'm reading. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Not ordering any donuts today? I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little. There's a momentary silence between them before Noah disturbs it one more time. Well, too bad for you. I ordered a big breakfast for the two of us. Two? As if the world could grace Noah with an even more perfect punchline. The food arrives. Some beans, a full breakfast of pancakes, sausage, egg, and rashers. Nice cup of coffee. I think it's beans. Why the hell did you order this for the two of us? Just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me. Wow, this looks so delicious, right, Hugo? Are you even listening to me? Come on, we both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will, and I'm not about to let you faint again. So open wide. Noah DeLon, age 27, a natural-born charmer, is just as equally persuasive as he is threatening. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats the generous spoonful without further complaints. Hugo, Dad, it's good, right? Good food would always help cheer you up. Damn him, got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chief will be out for a business trip. She mentioned it a couple of days. When did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it. Yesterday, I think. Yesterday? She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip. I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off. I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get a chance to sort out. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? You could just rest for the day. And pass up this opportunity to get to know you better? Quit it. After their enlightening banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hugo's car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside. The big dog stirs at the sound of the car opening and lazily stares at Noah. Ah, I'm sorry, big guy. He then closes the door while trying not to make too much noise and serve his argument. Colby? At the sound of his name, his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peek to see who calls him. It is his one and only partner, his human. As if finally realizing who he is or where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to wag his tail uncontrollably. Bark. Good morning again, Colby. Had a nice nap? Colby, 8 years old, Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime. has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back seat, chuckles to himself. He is amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. Ah, it doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. Agency. 10 to 8. The three headed back to the office, the space just the same as Hugo left it. A decent, organized mess. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. Albeit, could have been better. Wow, you really outdid yourself, Hugo. It looks less crowded. Ah, shut it, will you? I said I was gonna get to it. Huh, thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he notices someone. A woman stands timidly, peering outside from the storefront. The woman appears a bit frantic, disheveled and wearing ill-fitted clothes. She appears to be distressed about something. When she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. I'm so sorry. I know that the close sign is up, but I saw you come in and You alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, he... Before she can continue, Noah swiftly intervenes. It's okay, we'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you have a seat? The poor woman hesitates for a moment before heavily sighing in relief. She then walks towards the corner of the room and then sits on the sofa. Can you start off by telling us your name? Sorry for earlier. My name is Nina Mortimer. Need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Watching over your grandfather? Yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Mortimer, but I don't quite understand. Is he in danger? I'm afraid he is. Miss Mortimer, if that's the case, wouldn't contacting the police be better? No. I've tried requesting their help, but they all gave me the same answer. There's nothing they can do about it. If only I knew who Louis was. Louis? Nina fidgets at the name. She looks to the side before reaching out from her bag an antique letter. My grandfather. He received a cryptic message the other day. It didn't come with an address or the name of the sender. However, the only thing I did pick up was that name. As she hands over the letter, Hugo notices her hand slightly shaking. Whatever lies in this note must have shaken her this badly. Delicately, Hugo removes the content from the envelope and unfolds it. At first glance, it seems like a normal letter written. A person named Louis asking the other Henry to come to meet him by the lake at midnight, needing to share something important with him. However, what's eerily striking about the letter is not the message itself. Rather, at the bottom of the page, a sentence far more disturbing is written. I am coming for you, Henry. Were there any other letters like this? Yes, a few of them. I thought it was a sick joke at first, but this one was different. Up until now, I've never heard of anyone by that name. Not a relative or family friend. They clearly know who my grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose him too. Just by uttering the words alone, Nina breaks down. Hiding away her tear-streaked face, she begins to quietly sob to herself. As an act of comfort, Colby sits closely to Nina while Noah fetches tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. This very well could have been a prank, but she seems certain. Certain that whoever or whatever this Louis person is coming. I'm gonna leave this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you share my channel with your friends as well. Get the get it out there a bit more. All right, guys, thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.